The first minutes after you wake up decide how your entire day and your life will unfold. Most people wake up on autopilot, and that's why they stay stuck. If you want clarity, discipline, and a stronger mind, you don't need motivation. You need morning rules. And if your mind feels noisy, unfocused, or overwhelmed, you're in the right place. Because today, I'm breaking down 5 morning rules that rewire your mind for success, starting with the most powerful one. Part 1. The morning decides who you become. Every single morning is more than just the start of a day. It is a decision point. It is a doorway between who you were yesterday and who you are becoming today. Most people wake up and immediately give their power away. They reach for their phone. They scroll. They absorb stress before they even breathe. They let yesterday's problems, tomorrow's worries, and other people's expectations rush into their mind before they have even stood up. And without realizing it, they start the day already behind. But here's the truth most people never learn. The morning is when your mind is the most programmable. It is quiet. It is open. It is vulnerable. And it is powerful. How you think in the first moments of the day becomes the blueprint for how you live the rest of it. Your emotions, your reactions, your discipline, your patience, your confidence, all of it is shaped before the world ever touches you. If you want a stronger life, you need a stronger morning. This is why the first rule of building your mind every morning is intentional awareness. When you wake up, pause, and before moving, before reacting, before thinking about responsibilities, and take a breath and recognize one simple fact: you're still here. You survived everything that tried to break you. You were given another opportunity. That awareness alone shifts your energy. It pulls you out of survival mode and into purpose. You stop rushing, you stop panicking, you stop reacting, you start choosing. A strong mind begins with gratitude, not forced positivity, not fake happiness, but grounded appreciation. Appreciation for life, for breath, for another chance to grow. Gratitude doesn't ignore problems. It puts them in perspective. It reminds your mind that you are not powered. And when gratitude becomes your first thought, strength becomes your second. From that place, you begin to speak direction into yourself. Not affirmations that feel empty, but reminders that feel real. You tell yourself who you are becoming. You remind your mind what it stands for. You define your internal identity before the world tries to define it for you. Your inner voice must speak before your doubts do. When you don't do this, your fears will speak for you. Your excuses will speak first. Your past will speak first. And once they take control, your day follows their direction. When you lead your mind in the morning, you don't drift. You move with intention. You don't wait for motivation. You activate discipline. You don't hope for confidence. You practice it. This is not about perfection. It's about mental leadership. You are training yourself to take command of your thoughts instead of being controlled by them. And here is what most people miss. One strong morning can change the emotional tone of an entire day. One focused day can change a week. One disciplined week can change a month. And one consistent month can change a life. It all starts here. Because if you don't own your morning, the world will own you. And if you think the morning is just about mindset, wait until you see what happens when you protect your peace before the world enters your mind. Part 2. Protecting your peace before the world attacks it. The modern world is loud, and the loudest attack on your mind happens early. Notifications, news, messages, comparisons, opinions, problems that aren't even yours yet. Most people allow all of it into their mind within minutes of waking up. And then they wonder why they feel anxious, distracted, irritated, or overwhelmed before the day even begins. A strong mind is not built in noise. A focused mind is not built in chaos. This is why one of the most powerful morning rules is garden your mental space. Before the world speaks to you, you must give your mind silence. Silence is not empty. Silence is where clarity forms. Silence is where alignment happens. Silence is where your nervous system resets. Even a few minutes of intentional quiet can completely change how your brain functions throughout the day. When you skip this, Your mind starts reacting instead of responding. You become emotionally reactive. Small problems feel big. Minor inconveniences feel personal. And stress piles up quickly. But when you protect your peace early, your reactions slow down. You think before you speak. You breathe before you respond. You move with control instead of urgency. This is where mental strength actually develops, not in hype, but in calm. Another part of protecting your peace is physical movement. The mind and body are not separate systems. When your body is stagnant, your thoughts become heavy. When your body moves, your brain releases energy, clarity, and momentum. You don't need an intense workout. You need activation, stretching, walking, breathing deeply, letting your body know that today is not passive. Today is intentional. And movement tells your mind, we are awake, we are alive, and we are moving forward. This simple act prevents mental fog. It reduces anxiety. It increases focus. It prepares you to handle pressure without shutting down. And here is the discipline most people avoid: choosing structure over comfort. Motivation is unreliable. Some days it shows up. Some days it doesn't. Discipline is what stays. Discipline is what builds confidence. Discipline is what creates trust within yourself. Every time you do what you said you would do, especially when you don't feel like it, your mind becomes stronger. You prove to yourself that your word matters. And self-trust is one of the most powerful forms of confidence. When you start your day with discipline instead of impulse, you stop negotiating with your weakness. This is not about being hard on yourself. This is about respecting your future, because peace is not passive. Peace is protected. And once your peace is protected, the next step is feeding your mind something that actually makes it grow. Part 3. What you feed your mind controls who you become. Your mind consumes information the same way your body consumes food. And just like food, what you consume early matters the most. If the first thing you feed your mind is negativity, gossip, comparison, or fear, it shapes how you see everything else. Your mind becomes defensive, distracted, reactive. But when you feed your mind something clean, something intentional, something meaningful, your thinking elevates. Reading something empowering, listening to wisdom, reflecting on truth. These are not small habits. These are identity-building actions. Your thoughts do not appear randomly. They are responses to what you expose yourself to. This is why the morning is the best time to install direction into your thinking. Ask yourself simple questions. What matters today? What deserves my focus? What moves my life forward? Without direction, the mind drifts. And a drifting mind reacts to whatever appears loudest. Direction creates stability. Another key rule is releasing yesterday. Carrying old regret, old pain, or old mistakes into a new morning weakens your energy. You cannot move forward while mentally dragging the past behind you. Yesterday is information, not identity. You learn from it, you respect it, then you let it go. Each morning is a reset, a clean slate, a chance to show up differently, not perfectly, but intentionally. And as you grow, you must practice patience with yourself. Growth is not instant. Strength is built through repetition. You're allowed to evolve slowly as long as you keep moving. And patience does not mean lack of ambition. It means emotional maturity. A patient mind stays calm under pressure. A patient mind doesn't quit after one bad day. A patient mind understands that consistency beats intensity. This is how resilience forms. And once resilience is built, the final step is learning how to rise beyond fear, comfort, and limitation. Part 4. Choosing courage over comfort every morning. Every morning, your mind will offer you comfort. Stay where you are. Repeat what's familiar. Avoid what's uncomfortable. But comfort is not safety. Comfort is stagnation. Growth requires courage. Courage to face fear. Courage to try again. Courage to step into discomfort knowing it will stretch you. A strong morning trains your mind to move toward challenge instead of away from it. This doesn't mean forcing perfection. It means choosing progress. Courage rewires your identity. Each time you choose growth over avoidance, your confidence expands. You begin to see yourself as someone who can handle difficulty. And then comes environmental awareness. Your mind cannot grow in toxic conditions. What you allow around you matters. Who you listen to matters. What energy you absorb matters. Protect your environment. Protect your mental inputs. You don't need to explain your boundaries. You need to honor them. Your surroundings shape your thinking more than willpower ever will. And finally, when discipline, courage, and clarity come together, there is one last rule that stabilizes everything. Part 5. Trust, surrender, and the power of consistency. The strongest minds are not controlling, they are trusting. Every morning, there are things you cannot control: outcomes, timing, other people. Fear comes from trying to manage what isn't yours. Trust releases pressure. Trust in God. Trust in timing. Trust in the process. Do your part with discipline and release the rest. A peaceful mind knows when to act and when to surrender. This doesn't mean weakness, it means wisdom. Consistency is what turns all of these principles into a lifestyle. One good morning helps. Many good mornings transform. You don't rise because life gets easier. You rise because your mind gets stronger. And strength doesn't mean you never struggle. It means you don't stay down. Your morning is your training ground, your mind is your foundation, and your life rises to meet the level of your thinking. Build it daily, build it intentionally, build it with faith, because every morning is another chance to become who you were meant to be. Before you move on, let me remind you of something important. Tomorrow morning, the moment your eyes open, you will face the same choice again. You can wake up distracted, or you can wake up disciplined. You can give your mind to noise, or you can rewire it with intention. Because the truth is, your life doesn't change all at once. It changes in the first moments of your morning. And if you want to feel stronger, clearer, and more focused when you wake up, go back to the beginning of this video. Listen to how it starts. Apply the first rule again. And let this message meet you at the exact moment it matters most. Because the way you wake up tomorrow will decide how far you rise.